Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Torre Sanz. Just wanted to come to you guys with another video. Of course, this time we're going to be talking about Flame Monroe, who is the drag queen comedian or a comedian who happens to be a drag queen or a man that dresses in drag. I'm really confused with this dude because honestly, to be like, I seriously don't understand how someone that claims to be a part of the transgender and also LGBTQ community completely just like disregards the respect for the community in terms of pronouns. And so I'm actually going to play a little piece of this video and then I'm going to give you some feedback on what I think, how I feel as a member of the LGBTQ community. Here we go.
Just wow, so that's been great for me that I crossed over. I got the straight folks on my side. He, she, we. You see that?
We,
He, she,
yes.
we. He, she, we.
He, she, we.
He, she, we is my pronoun.
Okay.
Because he cash the check, she get the money, we spend it. Same bitch right here. He, she, we. One bitch. I don't consider myself a transgender or a drag queen comedian. I consider myself a comedian that happens to be transgender because it's a happenstance. Because I would still be a comedian. And
Okay, so let me pull this back here real quick. Okay, so she doesn't refer to herself as a trans, and she doesn't consider herself a trans or drag queen. I'm a little confused at that, sis, because first of all, you're rocking a wig, you have makeup on, a full face of makeup, and you have implants for breast. So what do you identify as? Now the he, she, we thing about he, does this, she does that, and we do that, or whatever the case is. But what about the struggle when it comes to LGBTQ community? What does it mean to the transgendered women and men who have fought a good fight for equality and to be accepted? Only for you, someone who is in, I believe you're 60, to just kind of like come crashing down on all of that structure that that community, and obviously I'm a part of that community too, but for us to build build this platform to say, hey, we're here, we're queer, get used to us. It's all about inclusion. It's not about forcing anybody to accept anybody's lifestyle, because lifestyle is a choice. But these people, they feel like this is who they are, this is who they were born to be. And obviously, you're someone that just are capitalizing on the trans community to make a buck. I don't get it.
when you put that title, comedian, transgender comedian or drag queen comedian, they only hear that, the transgender or the drag queen. They don't hear the comedian part. That's all they hear. So that's why I switch it, because it really makes a substantial difference with how I get work.
Okay, but at the same time, you should be able to be a transgender person or a drag queen that does comedy. It doesn't necessarily mean, it shouldn't take away from your talent, because if you are talented, then people are going to respect that ultimately. I don't understand where the confusion comes in. Why would you be ashamed of? Not that she said that she was ashamed of it, but why would you say that I don't want to be known as a transgender or a drag queen that does comedy? I want to be a comedian known that happens to be this or that. I don't get that. I mean, you could still be like, that's saying like, if I'm a black man, who is a comedian, I don't want to be like, you're going to be, if you're good, people are not going to look at you and say, oh, that black comedian. They're going to say, oh, that's a comedian, he's really funny.
Secondly, I just am not going to censor who I am. This is it. So, yes, I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I'm going to offend some people. I am not Dave Chappelle status as of yet. But what I say will be factual, because it's never the message, it's always the delivery. And with Dave Chappelle, it was his delivery. They felt like he couldn't say it because he was a part of the community. He didn't say anything wrong. He said what we say. It could be two gay boys arguing right outside right now. You know the first thing they say? You the trans.
Okay, let me say this real quick. All right, so if it's two gay people that are arguing and someone says the F word, that's because they're part of that community. And that's okay. That's the same thing where if you're black and then you say the N word, that's okay. Dave Chappelle has no place. He shouldn't be saying that. Period. He should not be saying that. And you shouldn't give him that right to say that. Flame.
The girls and the gay boys get into it. That's what we say to each other. But we also say it with love. So if I'm with one of my gay male friends and we see a handsome gal or a cute FTM, and I say, "Ooh, that thing is hot," and he'll look at it too, like, "Oh, that's mine." I say, "You with love." So it is what you make it. The words that you receive, do you receive them? Because I'm like Teflon. It's gonna bounce off of me. If I don't know you, you really have no effect on me. So a stranger calling me out my name, now if your mother or your family member or somebody you love, they can hurt you. But if it's a stranger, poof, pile be gone.
All right, so I'm actually calling on all of the LGBTQ community to cancel this BITCH, honestly, because I feel like it's wrong for you to, it's kind of like saying, like, if it's L Sharpton and he, says that it's okay for white people to call blacks the N word, or it's okay for, us to have segregated like bathrooms and water fountains and stuff like that. That's not helping the movement. It's not helping the cause. And Flame Monroe, you're completely wrong, darling. I mean, seriously, if you're a part of the community, I can understand that, where you can use certain words that may be offensive if it's someone that's outside of the community, but it's not okay for anybody to use those words when they're not a part of that community, period.
Nothing that doesn't affect me. And until we, as a community and as a people, as a world, because everybody is so censored now, you can't even say anything without a protest or march or people losing their job. I'm sure we have all said things that have offended somebody. So what you gonna do? Check everybody's track record. The president says something that offends somebody every single day. He ain't lost his job. What is that gonna
He
take
should
from
lose
me
his
if
job.
you have a slip of the tongue and call me Miss or Mister? What? Did my skin bleeding? Did my account change? Are my children still healthy? Am I still working every day? That's the only thing that matters. We make stuff such a big deal, which is what's wrong with the trans community right now. We're fighting over pronouns and bathroom rights. Current administration is moving us out. Every day he's trying to take away something. And
Well, that's a part of the movement. The part of the movement is to have the bathroom rights for the people that are transgender. And then all it is that you're worried about is a check. Sis, why are you worried about a check? I mean, honestly, if you're going to stand for something, stand for it. It's not always about a buck.
he is accomplishing it. He is taking away health care. Now he's trying to make people get fired for being gay or transgendered. Here's my thing with my trans sisters. See, we can't have it both ways. Because I've known so many of trans girls. I'm guilty of it myself. When I was younger, somebody said, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, mister," as a joke, because I'm walking on the street. I'm done up, and they doing it as a dig. And my go-to is we go back and forth, and I snatch my wig off and say, "Don't disrespect me. I'm still an MF man." So that was my go-to. That's what he just said. So this is what we're arguing about.
Okay, see, that's where she got it wrong. You can't speak for the entire trans community because I have friends that are trans and I've never heard that come out of their mouths. It's like T.S. Madison. If T.S. Madison got into a fight with someone, and I don't really think that T.S. Madison would actually pull that out of her hat and say, "Well, I'm still a man. You fucking with me like that?" No, I just really feel like you need to speak for yourself, Flame Monroe. You are totally wrong, and you're disrespectful, and you're a disgrace to the community. Period. So I'm done with this video, but I want to say this real quick. Flame Monroe, you are totally wrong, and I don't care what you say. You don't know me, and I don't know you, and I don't affect your bank account, and no, you're not bleeding from any of the words that I'm using coming out of my mouth. But the fact of the matter is that you should not try to speak for the entire community because you don't represent the community. You're not a great representation of the LGBTQ community. And as far as I'm concerned, you're not even a part of it. So, Flame Monroe, you got your priorities effed up. And then I hope and pray that you don't get further than what you've gotten at this point because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it because all I'm seeing right now is sellout. I'm sorry. That's my thought about it, my opinion, and I'm sticking to that. I'm never going to watch anything else that you come out with, that you're a part of, because at this point, you're getting a big head and you're not even in that space yet. You're not David Chappelle's status or whatever the case is, but you're not going to get that far, especially when you diss the community that you claim to be a part of. Or are you really a part of that community? Whatever. I want to hear you guys' thoughts about this. This is like really pissing me off. I can't even talk. So leave your comments below and let me know what your thoughts are on this Flame Monroe thing or whatever. Of course, I saw the Breakfast Club interview. I was excited that she was going to be on, but she got on there and showed her butt. And then, of course, you got a lot of homophobics in the comment section saying, "Finally, here's a trans person that's talking some sense." No, she's only hurting the cause. She's hurting the movement. She's hurting the community. And she's not a part of it as far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion. Bye-bye.